demand.
Yeah, I just realized I think the last time I played might have actually been on my old PC.
Like I said, I had to reopen a new window thing in my recorder and everything else. But anyways, so where we left off last time, as much as we can remember, is that you all managed to make it to the capital. And my brain doesn't want to remember which one was the capital.
It starts with an M, I think.
You don't even remember where we are.
Masantia, there it is. Yep.
Yeah, that last time we played this, it was definitely on my old PC.
You all managed to get to Masantia, basically late in the day. You managed to set up and do at least a little bit of brief exploring. And then last time, in particular, you all managed to send off all the star metal to get processed and or turn into weapons as soon as possible. And the order may take a day or more, depending upon how busy the blacksmith is, because he is a good blacksmith and there's a lot of demand right now.
And I also purchased the ship.
And yes, you also purchased the upgrades ship, and you're, I believe, already starting to transfer things over.
Yeah, I think that was at least the plan.
I thought we had decided to keep both ships.
Yes, but we were transferring most of the stuff over to the new one because we were going to try to get enough people to man the second ship, and Roger was going to be the captain of that one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you also bought extra cannons for the old ship.
Yeah, the whole idea, I think, was to use that as a ranged flanker.
Right.
Long-range cannons versus the short-range heavy cannons that would be on the big ship.
Yeah, they do have some usable cannons that I believe were cheaper because of materials used and size, etc.
Yeah, my character kind of changed a little bit, kind of loosening up a little bit, becoming a Friar Tuck type. I'm gonna say fuck it.
I need to show you the story of Father Francomangelo. It's a fun, short little thing, but anyways.
The bad thing about getting a higher resolution monitor is all the text becomes smaller and it becomes harder to fucking read.
You need binoculars to read your monitor.
That's why you have to increase the percentage on your browser.
I'm not sure how to do that.
It's one of the options. I know I have mine up to like 125, 150.
It's the three dots. The three dots next. If you're on Chrome,
Actually,
you should be able to scroll down to zoom.
You mean just zoom the web browser?
Yeah.
Because if you want that, all you have to do is hold down Control and use the mouse wheel.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, actually, that's a control in the program, in fact, now that I'm doing it. It doesn't even zoom the website if you're holding it over like the maps and stuff. It actually zooms in the maps properly.
So, anyways, we're on the ship.
Yay, the text is readable now.
And yeah.
Glad to have helped.
But yes, I believe...
Lloydberg wins again. Sorry.
I believe last time we ended with basically the first day of shopping, exchanging, etc. ending, yes.
Oh yeah, we were on the new ship. That's where we ended.
Most of the main crew is on the new ship, yes, and probably resting with their things transferred over. And there's probably still some hands working throughout the night, off and on, not only just keeping an eye on the ships, but also transferring stuff for those who are moving to the other ship as well.
We're all staying on the same ship, though, right?
You're all the main crew is all staying on the new big ship.
Yes.
Okay.
Just Roger, maybe Tarthun, and a couple of the other random NPCs will be on the smaller ship.
It's the player ship and the NPC ship, which is going to be interesting because now you have no crew of any names.
That'll make things easier, actually.
I didn't say all the named NPCs were going to be on Roger's ship. We need the cook.
It's a crew with no name.
Look,
we keep the ship.
That's why I said we need the cook.
It's the crew of no
It's
name.
who's? It's Roger? Roger
Huh?
Burton.
Roger Burton has been
Yeah.
put in charge of the other ship, yes.
Because out of the named crew members, he's one of the ones that's been with us the longest.
He hasn't died yet.
In spite of the fact that he's, originally was part of like an enemy pirate group, but we recruited him. And I mean, he technically the carpenter and the navigator have been with us slightly longer, but they have less experience like running a ship than he does.
Gunter and Conrad, I believe.
Yeah. Conrad obviously would stay on our ship because he's the navigator, and
You're gonna be
like
lead
the other
anyways,
ship will
yeah.
the other ship will be following us anyways.
Have you named the new ship?
I think we did, and I forgot what it was because it's been so long.
You should be making notes.
I've been writing down everything except for that.
And
I
apparently what weapon you chose.
Yep.
I say we call it the potatoes of the sun. Not really.
What is the name of the
So you
cook
take
and
off in the
navigator?
potatoes.
The Free Enterprise. No.
Who is the cook and who is the navigator? What are their names?
Navigator is Conrad. Cook, that would be
Brent.
Trentian. Or Trentian. Trenton. Trentian, yeah.
Since I have a question, Captain. Since they're so obsessed with the sun, why don't we call the ship the Rising Moon? Just a thought.
Maybe the Full Moon Fever?
The vengeful moon.
No worries.
The
The
drunken
Blood
moon?
Moon.
Dancing in the moonlight.
Thank you.
Feeling all right. I'm also not sure why you bother talking in character when we're still trying
Yeah.
to figure out what's going on.
What's
Right.
going on?
What's going on?
Yeah, that's great. We could name our boat after the moon. That means one of our first opening volleys is the entire crew drops their pants and moons the bad guys.
Or we could just
No,
cast an illusion to create the image of us mooning the bad guys.
Either way, it's Braveheart all over again.
Less effort.
The Eventual Moon sounds alright.
What?
The Eventual Moon sounds alright. Name you suggested, Ozzy, the Eventual Moon.
Actually, I got an idea. No, I got a great idea because they're the Raiders of the Eclipse.
Mm.
Call our ship the Eclipse Breaker.
Oh,
Oh, there you go.
About 20 years later, a lot of weird ships with Eclipse names. I don't get it. What happened?
Are you going with that?
I think so.
Okay.
The
I've got
Eclipse
it written
Breaker?
down.
Alrighty.
Because that ship's named after what it's gonna fucking do.
So actually, that also brings up the question of which weapon was it that Aaron was going to get?
Was I even going to get a weapon? Because I'm mostly defense, aren't I?
Actually,
Kind of utilitarian
Not that you
defense.
mention it.
I can't remember if that's what we decided that I didn't need one.
Yeah, you should mention
I
it.
think you decided
because
on-
of your weird character type, maybe you weren't going to get one because you're more of a odd weapon person, anyways.
Actually,
Yeah,
weren't
I
you-
like mostly buff people.
Weren't you? I thought for some reason you might have said you were gonna get like a Morning Star or a flail.
I thought I was gonna get like daggers or something.
I don't know. Is that within your class archetype?
Yeah, proficiencies: clubs, daggers, maces, light hammer, maul, flail, quarterstaffs, whips, light crossbow.
Buckets of chicken.
Buckets
Wait,
of
that's not a
chicken.
weapon.
I would
Yes,
personally
you.
go for a mace in case something gets in your face.
Okay.
Yeah. You always want to have a weapon, even if you don't use it regularly.
I mean, I
I
do have a
mean-
light crossbow, and I do have the vicious whip. But yeah, nothing. I don't have anything that's an actual weapon.
Nothing that's an in-your-face weapon.
All right.
As much
so,
as we try to put a front line to keep you safe, I mean, sometimes we do get overrun.
Actually,
Yeah.
I think you might have actually picked a warhammer. I can't remember though. I remember I wasn't getting a rapier. I was getting a war pick.
That's right.
Mm.
It's still a one-handed piercing weapon, but
It's just something different.
yes.
you guys think I should go with like a mace then?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Sure.
Mace,
Sign me up
cudgel,
for a
something
mace.
of that kind.
A mace or a warhammer? You said warhammers in your list?
I don't think so. Let me see here. Light hammer.
What
Light
about
I'd go for
hammer,
the mace.
quarterstaff. I get a quarterstaff.
was Morningstar in there?
Don't see a morning star. I see maces, flails, mauls.
You probably want
Flails are wicked.
flail does more damage than a mace.
All right, I'll get a flail then. Cat with 9 tails. I'll get a flail with like dragon claws on it. I'm
I
writing
find
that
it
down,
weird. I
too.
find it weird that a whip is actually a martial weapon, considering it's one of the weakest weapons in the game.
Well, you gotta have some martial training with it, otherwise you're gonna just whip yourself every time you use it.
I know. It's just kind of weird that a 1x4 weapon is actually hard to be able to use.
That and also
I-
certain whips are much better.
Yeah, it's just that the way they work out in the game, they're a 1x4 slashing damage weapon. The only other weapon that does that low damage is like a dagger and a club and a sickle, apparently.
Also, doesn't whip get reach?
It has reach, yeah, but you know what also has reach? Throwing a fucking dagger at somebody.
Less chance of losing it though.
I guess it might have more utility use than certain things.
Oh, I did find it used for a whip when I had to get a banshee up in the air and I smited it with a whip. So there you go.
I guess you could technically do a disarm attack with a whip without getting into their
You do
melee
slashing
range.
damage.
Yeah, sure.
The magic and the vicious whip, they get extra 2d6 slashing damage.
Oh, yeah, you have a magic whip, don't you?
Yes, she does.
I'm trying. I don't even remember what was Zareth getting daggers?
I think I was getting a quarterstaff or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I believe that was a staff he was going.
Yeah,
to
but
get.
I don't think you normally get a metal quarterstaff.
That'd be awesome if you did, though.
And
Because obviously that would be a much heavier weapon if it's made out of metal instead of wood.
it has to be properly balanced.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you could technically have a wooden quarterstaff with like the ends.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
Coated
I believe
in.
it's mostly the ends that are basically enhanced with the metal.
Have the
Make it
core
improved.
filled with star metal. The interiors and then the exterior is wood.
That
Wouldn't
would-
really
the-
do
the-
damage then, because it's
Yeah.
the wood that'd be hitting. Yeah, what you want is a quarterstaff with the tips coated in metal.
Yes, you need
That's what you hit and poke with.
it to be metal coated, not metal feared or filled, It's a weapon, not a donut.
I thought they actually did that though.
Yes, I'll have the jelly-filled quarterstaff, please. Raspberry. Yeah.
I don't like jelly filled in my quarterstaff, but don't skip out on the frosting.
What about Bavarian cream?
I prefer strawberry.
What have I done?
I think everybody in this room is hungry in this chat.
I have a feeling this is just going to be a catch-up session because we're...
Basically is.
All right, so we're on the ship, right?
Yep.
The new ship. So what does our first morning look like on the new ship after waking up?
I think we didn't wake up on the ship. I think the ship came in the middle of the day.
Well, I mean, after our first night on the ship, we wake up the next morning. What do we do?
Yeah, basically ended last time on going to sleep on the ship, essentially. So
Yeah.
next morning, you get breakfast served as usual in a much bigger kitchen than usual.
Alona gets up, does her morning routine.
Most likely Geralt does the same.
I don't remember what my morning routine was.
I say prayers and then I go out to the ship to kind of help with mending sails and whatnot and get to work.
Valena wakes up. She's kind of moving like she's hurt or something. And she moves up, puts her shoulder on Geralt on breakfast, kisses him on the cheek, and goes, ow, ow, just sits down.
Looks curiously at you, wondering why you are apparently still in pain.
And she just pats him on the shoulder. You were great, honey, but you were a little rough.
And immediately spits spits the drink he was having.
Felona's paying zero attention to this. What's the breakfast meat of the day?
Breakfast meat of the day?
A rasher of bacon?
I was assuming, yeah, there's probably at least bacon, and I believe you probably still have sausages as well.
Oh, I'm busy feeding some of those to the wolf.
I get up, sword, walk to the kitchen, get a whole plate of meat, of remnants of meat that are available, and I give it to the wolf.
The wolf looks confused as to why two people are trying to feed it, but then just kind of shrugs it off and starts eating from the other person too.
Asina goes, aha, and feeds a sausage to the parrot.
That's a weird parrot.
Aha!
I know, I start helping myself to breakfast too.
And she also gains a... Is there, like, any grains available for breakfast? Like corn or anything like that? Or
Huh?
like oats, corn, or anything like that?
Like you're just looking for a pile of something
To feed the raven.
Oh. I'm pretty sure if you look in the kitchen for just a moment, you'll probably find some of that pretty easily.
Yeah, just get a bowl, feed the raven, and it's like... And I just kind of pet it on her and speaking, just whisper in its ear, "You won't turn turncoat on me, will you?"
You thinking of the traitor wolf?
Pretty much.
I think I won't.
Clodagh has one advantage you don't. She can talk to the wolf.
This is technically true, yes.
The most useful, worthless magic item I've ever gotten in a game.
I don't even know what I want Alcina to do because I just have like completely lost my train of thought on everything because it's been so long.
I finally kind of redid Belarius a little bit.
Looks to Flona and says, I heard you found a smith for the weapons yesterday.
Yes.
Do you know when they will be ready?
Today or tomorrow. I will check later today, and then if they're not ready, check again tomorrow.
Still some time to spend.
Geralf wipes off his face and finishes his drink. I got some things I'm working on too. And then goes about finishing the last couple bites of breakfast.
I think sees Geralt finishing breakfast, puts her head down in shame, and just walks back to bed.
Okay. I'm still confused by some of your character's actions. Alright, okay. I don't know.
Do we still have that statue? That relic that I have?
The evil possessed relic that you came with, yes.
Yeah.
I believe, as a matter of fact, you just left the poor water elemental sitting in a linen closet, and he's just like, I don't know. Matter of fact, he's probably still in the other
we
ship.
had a water elemental.
Yes.
He's probably still. And as Geralt's falling, you just hear Valena just go, "Oh shoot, the water elemental!" and just runs off and leaves Geralt in the room.
He kind of watches as the wizard bolts across the room again, and he's just like, I don't know. I'm just gonna stay here.
Because Belarius just disappeared from the name. Okay, it's back.
All right.
It times out sometimes.
But
if
yes,
you're not paying any attention to it.
As I recall, the statue was handed back to Belarius, and Belarius never took it back to the water elemental, so the water elemental has just been sitting in the closet bored by itself.
Well, considering it only takes orders from
Valena.
Now, I think the last time we did something, when we did that mercenary work at the previous town, the water elemental actually helped Roger and everyone else guard the ship while we were gone.
And well, then what do you do from there? So it's not like it's walking the ship every day. Most likely he was put back to guard duty and just left there.
I know what Valena does. So Valena goes back to the old ship to get the water elemental, and she's holding something. She kind of pokes her head around and looks at the water elemental, goes, "Hey, buddy, I got this for you." And it's like these ground up flowers that are actually weeds. She just picked off for the payment on the way there.
So I still have the evil statue, right?
Yes.
I think we need to do more research on what this evil statue does.
I think our research involved deciding not to mess with it.
Rules are meant to be broken.
As you hold, are you actually directly holding it, or are you just keeping it wrapped up somewhere on your person still?
Yeah, wrapped up somewhere on my person.
Okay.
We don't need to talk to Sauron through this cursed statue.
I hunger.
I might take it back to the temple to see if they know what it is.
So Valena comes back immediately with the water elemental, and it's like holding these weeds, and it's just got this look on his face, not knowing what to do.
You're offering it something that doesn't understand, and it just kind of looks at you sideways, like, what?
And then Valena goes back to the room with Garoff and goes, "All right, you can guard the doors." Oh wait, didn't Valerius need something? Okay, guard the door and leave Garoff there.
And I'm playing the Wolfgang, and you're coming with me today, right? And not the crazy lady.
And she goes, Valerius, did you need something today? I think
Did
you
I
said
need something?
You said something about research or something.
Oh yes, we need to any kind of a library in town. Do we know?
Yeah, we can look for a library.
You can look for it. You don't know of anyone for sure.
All right,
But it's also a big
search
city. It's very
for
possible.
some kind of library, or is there like a lordship or something who would have like a large library of their own, like a personal library that we could go to? Well, actually, let's go see if we can find. We need to do some research on where this thing is, and I kind of pat my side here. I know it's a statue, and I don't know what deity it is. We need to figure out what forces we're dealing with here.
Yes, we do.
I think, I don't know, maybe, I don't want to take it, I guess I don't want to take it near the temple, because I don't want it corrupting whatever's in the temple, and I don't want to, cause a, so,
Well, you've
yeah.
already taken it technically into a temple once before, but you never pulled it out or anything.
Yes.
So I guess Valena is going to tell the water elemental, she changed her mind, just be his personal guard for today. Just follow him around, and make sure he stays out of trouble.
Yeah, actually, maybe we should head down to the temple, because I don't think I have any other research in this town.
Actually, we could ask around for townsfolk if there's a library or something.
Oh, yes. So I guess we go off and do that, I guess.
I need to step in here as GM and remind you, you're going to walk off with the water elemental into town?
No, I told it to guard Garoff, so follow him around.
Okay. And he's extremely annoyed and can't shake a water elemental as it keeps following him around the ship. Go away. Damn you, woman. Why you do this to me?
I go up to...
And
I
I also put in a secondary order. Every time he gets grumpy, it gives hugs.
And yes, I believe Valena could write a book, 101 Ways to End a Relationship.
And number 51, water elementals.
Number 52, how to murder your current partner while looking like you're completely crazy and innocent of all matters.
Oh no, he just drowned in water on dry land.
Anyways.
Gotta moo. Hello, moo.
I just sitting here looking at my list of spells, and I remembered I had True Seeing. And I was thinking how funny it would be to just, cast it on some random person and make them think they're tripping balls. Because
You can do that today. We got a free day. You can do that.
See it. They can see it in the other real plane. Oh God, man, what's going on?
Wait, they can see what?
Into the other real plane.
Into the ethereal plane?
Ethereal plane, yes.
Yeah,
Oh God!
actually,
Oh God! Ah! He just goes screaming
ghosts
into the
everywhere.
city.
I do have to point this out, Ozzy. This is a free day. You have every right to do that.
Yeah, I could do that, or I could just ask Giselle if she wants to go spend the day at a brothel having fun with other women with me.
Luana will actually walk up to Ozzy and your orders for the morning, Captain.
Ask me what?
Your orders for the morning?
Let's see. Since Roger and Tarthun are going to be on the other ship, I think we need to pick a new third in charge for this ship.
Not
Nominate
the
Valena.
witch.
You just say not Valena?
No,
Not
I
that.
said I'd nominate Valena.
And I said not the witch.
No.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Who's remaining on board?
I want Sabotai on the ship with us still.
Oh, he'd make a good third.
Mm-hmm.
Sepatai.
The choices
know
would obviously be
yeah,
either him, probably be him or Theobald, because I don't think Garroth would want the responsibility.
Oh, he's too busy getting hugs. No.
You realize if that thing does piss him off enough, he is going to literally try and chop a water elemental in half.
Yeah. Yeah, good run.
I can imagine us getting up on deck and finding Garroth with his hammer smashing into the water elemental going, pat, 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 pat.
I said down, you demoness cur! Why do I trust this woman? And get back!
Seriously though, like I was gonna oh, actually, so who would Thelona think would be a good
Well, I agree with you on Theobald. He's been with us a long time, longer than me. I don't know if Sabotai would accept. He kind of joined us conditionally.
Hey, funny thing is he actually got recruited by Roger.
We can but ask.
Ask him. I mean,
Yeah.
Sorry, you're just it's just your audio
My
is a little weird with the
I'm on my phone
I
because
know.
my laptop's with Aaron.
Yeah, I know. I was just saying. It's made it hard for me to understand what you said a couple times, but
You want me to drop the accent for today?
might be a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah, the mic might be slurring it a little too hard.
That was Moose saying hello, by the way, Ren.
I didn't hear a thing. Sound canceling microphones. All right, so we should go ask, and if he's interested, okay. If not, we should ask Theobald.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess where's Sabotai right now?
Most likely, if he's up, he's probably watching over at least one of the ships. Most likely, your guys is if you wanted him over there.
Right. Because aside from him, Trent, and Conrad, I think most of the rest of the named NPCs are going to be on the other ship, so that Roger has more people that aren't just nameless dock hands. or
So we're taking both Sabotai and...
Conrad and Trent, because that's the cook and the navigator.
Okay.
Like, obviously, I imagine whenever we stop, everyone will come over from the other ship to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Either
Won't
that
they
or they'll
have their own
maybe they
crypto?
can cook decently on their ship, and
They could possibly have a nameless cook on their ship that's been learning from the main cook too.
From Trent, yeah. But I'm just talking about when we're actually at port. Like, there's no reason that they wouldn't mostly come over to the other ship until we leave. Aside from maybe
at least
one or
get
two,
to have a good look at the new ship.
one or two people keeping an eye on the other ship while we're docked. So, you think? What do you think? Sabotaging in the crow's nest?
Probably one of the few places you find him. Yeah.
See if he's in the crow's nest.
All right. Head up to the crow's nest, and you do eventually see him up there. He's kind of leaning against the railing, partially looking like down coast, so he's occasionally looking off to the sea and occasionally looking back into mainland.
Say, see anything interesting?
Many things to see up here. Beautiful water, a lovely city, although I don't much care for big cities myself. And a lovely coastline going right down between the both of them as he kind of motions to the direction he's facing.
Got a proposal for you.
His eyes kind of go back to you. Oh, a proposal.
Since Roger and Tarthun are going to be commanding the other ship, me and Thelona wanted to pick a new third in command for this ship, in case, just so there's someone to be in charge if situations arrive where the two of us are both gone.
I see.
And you're one of the most skilled warriors we have on board. So I thought you might be a good choice.
Do not take me the wrong way. I do very much favor your kindness and the generous offer. However, I must admit to you here now, I'm not sure how much longer I will be with you. It would seem that we are reaching my planned destination as well pretty soon, as apparently all things just seem to tie together of late. I was planning to go see friends on the coast here, and from what I'm hearing, it sounds like they both might actually be here, at least sometime soon.
So you're probably not going to be sticking around for our attempt to take down the Raiders of the Eclipse.
I might be there for it, but I may not be with the party that long. If that makes any sense to you.
Okay.
I know. I understand how these troubles come about and how my friends react to them, and I guarantee you they're probably already halfway there.
Well, thanks for being honest.
Certainly, Captain. And again, do not take it personally. I'm just aware that I may be leaving soon at some point.
All right. Well, regardless of what happens, good luck to you.
And you as well, Captain. Hopefully the journey is successful.
I climb back down from the crow's nest. Guessing Thelona's probably down there because Randy didn't say she was going up with me.
Well, the crow's nest isn't that large.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she's down there. Looks like she's doing something to a length of rope.
When I get down, I look at her and go, "Are you planning on hanging Velena?"
As interesting as that would be, no. Holds up the end of the rope, which has a hook attached, and a little bit up is a piece of cork. I thought I might take the morning to see what was biting.
Sabatai's not interested because he's got personal reasons why he might not be around for too much longer.
I thought that might be the case. In that case, I would recommend Theobald.
I go, so question is, do you have any idea where he is?
Last I checked, he was still asleep.
I do believe he's occasionally part of Night Watch, but that just means he sleeps in an extra hour or two. But at this point, since you're already done breakfast, he might actually just be getting to breakfast right about now.
I guess I'll go check the mess hall, I guess would be.
That's fine, I have to go get the wolf.
I'll see if he's eating breakfast now.
I'm gonna say most likely he's like about halfway through his meal as you walk in.
Did the witch ever name the wolf?
Soren.
I think
His
that
name
was
is Soren.
Soren, yeah.
The parrot's name is Alberto. I don't know why. It just is.
You just got out. You just got Alberto and Soren. Alberto Soren.
Okay, I pop open one of my bottles of rum, take a huge swig of it, and then sit down across the table, at the table across from Theobald.
Hello, Captain.
So, how would you feel about being third in charge?
He kind of blinks, stops halfway through chewing something. I would be honored, though it is very sudden.
Well, we got Roger and Tarthun are going to be on the other ship, so it'd be helpful just to have another official figure of authority on the ship, aside from me and Thelona.
I see.
And as much as I know you get along with her, you're a bit more friendly than she is.
True, the child does have strangeties with socialing, but I believe I can be of assistance.
That was a lot easier than I thought. I do kind of mention I had actually asked somebody else, but they said that they're possibly going to be leaving the crew soon. I was worried that I was going to jinx it and somehow you were going to leave.
Currently, no. I have no plans on leaving. It seems I'm well needed within the crew, and I guess that makes sense for me to be a third position then at this point. Since we are splitting between the boats.
More or less the only real duties you'll have most of the time is helping make sure that the lower ranking crew members are doing their jobs.
Nod slightly. Indeed.
Most of the crew doesn't really need overseeing most of the time, though, it seems like, so hopefully it doesn't matter too much.
Still need a level head every once in a while.
And you are probably the most knowledgeable person on the ship who's not an insane witch.
I think that is a massive compliment. Indeed, she does much, but I do fear that her training has driven her mad.
I don't know what training causes people to talk to skulls.
Necromancer training nods.
I'm pretty sure if I was a necromancer, I'd just talk to the actual full moving skeletons.
I don't know, Captain. I've seen some weirdos.
And again, I guess we both have after that tower.
Indeed.
Well,
Well-
enjoy your breakfast.
Thank you. I shall see you outside then in a little while.
Yep.
Continues to eat.
Come, Soren. Let's see what bounties this ocean provides. I can't seem to quite shake the accent when speaking with her.
I understood you clearly that time, though.
Well, I thinned it a lot, but I can't seem to shake it entirely.
Going fishing with a giant hook and a bit of cork on a rope?
Yeah, it looks like I probably took a couple of old rum bottle corks and attached them as a bobber.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm just putting a bit of on the edge of on the end.
Actually, I have a plan. That only Valina can pull off. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I should be good for this. All right. So, Valerius and I are looking for a library, right?
Mm-hmm. Or someplace where we can research this statue.
Right.
We can go to the temple, but I don't know how useful they'll be.
Well, they can at least know if there's a library or someplace to find knowledge about things we wouldn't normally know of this world. Or let's not phrase it that way. Let's say knowledge for things we don't know.
Well, a place where learned people gather, I would say.
Yeah, okay, that's better.
You mustn't show it to too many people. You never know who the Eclipse has eyes on here, or who are the eyes for the Eclipse pirates. If we talk to the wrong person, they may know exactly what this is and how to find us. So, are we just gonna ask random people where to find a library, or?
Does Valina have a way of gaining knowledge about such places like she did in the past in certain towns?
I believe you. It was more or less a luck roll to see if you could find someone that could direct you.
I know
I think
it
it
has
was
locate objects,
I think it was investigation, wasn't it?
Yeah, that sounds right. So yeah, give me an investigation roll.
Oh, 19.
Oh. Actually, that high, you don't even find the person. It takes you a few minutes, and you actually notice that you can, while you can't always read the signs because another language, you do see some you do see some symbols within the signage that does seem to hint towards a zone of what you're looking for. And sure enough, following some of these signs deeper into the city, you manage to find a area that has a few places of learning, but one in particular seems to be an open library of sorts, or a house of learning, if you will.
Alright, let's go to this house of learning then.
Okay.
So you head inside. Nice large place, by the way. This thing has to be at least you're much further into the city. This thing has got to be at least 8 floors tall.
Wow.
Half of it is open space at least. There's maybe a couple of upper floors that get more and more cut off from the outside. Possibly a top floor that's just the owner and whatever private library they have going on. But the majority of it does seem to be openly available. Staircases heading up to the higher up floors with, again, mostly open area. There's some railings going around so you can at least see up to those floors. But also so people don't just accidentally fall off of them while running around with books and parchments and whatever else they're trying to wield.
Where do we even begin?
Well, I have an idea. You explore lore, myths, and legends, and I will take the sacrificial risk of reading the forbidden section again. I mean, I've never did a forbidden section before. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, I'll go do the forbidden section.
Okay. So I
Convincing
start
10
reading
out of
through
10.
lores and myths. What would I roll for like reading through all this stuff?
That would be another investigation. You're looking for something now in particular. You found your building, now it's time to find the thing you're looking for. You get
Ooh.
nothing.
Same with me.
You have to do another roll because you're looking somewhere completely different for something.
Holy
shite!
God dang it!
Is that critical? I don't think it's a critical, but it's dang close.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a 16 plus a 5. Yikes. Okay. So, sadly, you don't find anything in the myths and legends area, although you do find scant whisperings of something a bit odd, but you don't find like anything that you can tack down and go, aha. Meanwhile, Velena manages to sneak off into the deeper, darker corners of the library and starts investigating, and it does not take her long before she finds a book on relics and forgotten items. And it does not take her more than a couple minutes leading through basically a contents on the book that she has managed to pull. A big, thick book, mind you, that takes both hands for her almost just to lift it and take it over to a desk to look over it. And as she pours through it, yes, the matter of fact does have mention of forgotten stone relics. Slash statues, slash a couple of other similar items. And going north to that section, you start to see some imagery of very similar looking objects.
What information does it gather on these objects?
What you can find out is that these objects frequently are used in religious worship to the forgotten gods.
Forgotten gods.
Of course,
AKA out of game, you mean elder gods.
The elder gods. And matter of fact, the book itself says the forgotten gods is one of many popular names locally. They go by many other names. It is believed that they've been here since time immemorial, possibly before the time of man on this planet. And if there's any one guarantee that you can have about these godlike ancient beings, is that one thing in particular: they hunger.
I hunger.
Oh, wait. Hungry hippo. I'm just kidding. Can't make it imagine.
More like hungry squids.
Right. Is that all I find, or is there anything else, or is it?
Any other details basically is that many people have tried to do many different things to basically bury these things forever and hope that no one ever finds them again. That being said, every once in a while someone still manages to find one of these things, whether it be by accident, by opening up old ruins, by bumping into cults to have them, and the cults have not been careful enough to hide their actions. It's believed that these relics can allow one to call to the elder god deity that these things are attached to, and very frequently cultist members will do many things, including making deals with these creatures to gain power of some kind or another.
So, what I gather is basically that this cult, Eclipse, Raiders of the Eclipse, are in some sort of pact with one of these forgotten gods.
Razor Eclipse, as far as you're aware, don't have anything directly tied to this object.
Oh, okay, as far as I'm aware. Okay.
You-
But
all,
this
all
object,
you know about this object is that your friend who's trying to also do research with you right now got it from means that she has not quite disclosed yet, as far as I'm aware. And that she's been trying to do research and try and find out why so many people are so interested in it. Actually, no, that's right. Actually, I think the raiders were... Never mind, I take that back. I do believe the raiders were apparently trying to chase her down, and you managed to figure that much out. That they at least had a very similar symbol.
yeah, so
So it is
Does the
possible
symbol-
it is possible that at least a sect of the raiders has some sort of tie to this cult, possibly if they're so eagerly chasing down this object.
I recognize the symbol in the book, or am I going to have to look again?
What symbol?
The symbol that the Eclipse guys and on the statue.
You're not gonna find it in the book. The reason you realize this is what they're tied to is because I can't remember. Is because Belarus recalled a symbol that was exactly the same, if not similar, to Raiders of the Eclipse.
Okay, so
You're not gonna find that book. The book is not about the Raiders. It is about the general items.
okay, so it's about
Many different cults have had these things. It'd be
so
pointless to
there
try and list
is,
them all.
just to be clear, there's no books on the Forgotten Ones, the Forgotten Gods at all. So
This is not a book for that. You did not say you were looking for that.
okay, can I try to look for a book on the Forgotten Gods?
All right. Roll me another investigation. You're looking into
probably
something
gonna-
else.
This one's probably going to fail. Yep.
You look around. It looks like there's a possible scroll or two here and there, but by the time you find it and try to pull it open, they're just dust. They've been whoever made these particular ones are so old that they have already just gone to disintegrate. So no one at least in this local area has updated anything on these things.
So, I guess while I'm here is actually, yeah, that would be a good idea. Is there a book on, while I'm here, is there a book on shortcuts or paths anyone found in the sea area we're going to travel?
A book on what?
Like paths on the sea that are like shortcuts and so
Oh.
forth. Like to any better navigations to the area we're going to cross, so we have a better idea of what we're going to get into when we get over there.
You're looking for better sea maps.
Yeah, better sea maps. Yeah, there we go.
Give me a investigation. This should not be too hard. That's just enough. If you're looking for in particular like sea maps of the area, you find them without too much trouble. As a matter of fact, they're detailed enough but simple enough made that you can copy them down pretty quickly if you wish to as well. So for
Okay.
further use later.
Yeah, I'll just copy them down.
Alrighty.
She's not back yet. Well, actually, there is something else I want to look up, and it has to do with my plan. Dimension. And Randy's gonna probably laugh at the end of this about the whole absurd plan. It's probably gonna backfire, but either way, it's gonna be hilarious. Can I look up a book on wolf breeds?
Investigation.
All right. Damn.
Oddly enough, they don't seem to really have anything that particularly focused on wolf breeds. Local animals maybe, but nothing that goes into any particulars.
Any books on wolves in general?
I think that was still been your search right there.
So, all right.
You're basically looking for a thing specifically on wolf books, and you're just finding some stuff on animals in general. You can't seem to find anything particularly focused on wolves.
Okay. Is there a librarian nearby?
There is a keeper of the house that seems to be kind of passing through every once in a while, keeping an eye on things, making sure people aren't walking off with objects.
I'm gonna wave him next to me and ask. I'm assuming he speaks my language.
Most
He's a learned man.
most learned people would know common, yes.
Okay. Excuse me. I have a question about this city or this town, and I was wondering if you can help me with it. I plan to travel there later after I'm done here. Is there a trade market for exotic animals?
A market for exotic animals? For cooking maybe, but that would just be the regular food market. Nothing that I'm aware of.
Nothing for pets in a city this large?
I'm
Maybe
sure
he
there's
has a
some
garden.
place, but again, nothing that I'm aware of. I'm not particularly learned in the topic.
Do you know where I would find such information?
He kind of ponders for a moment, and he looks out one of the windows. Down the block there should be a post. Usually, there are some city hires that to help with, especially right now with all the foreigners about with guiding people around the city to things they are looking for. You may want to check that information post there.
All right. Thank you. And I go to Belarius. Belarius, I found this book on statues. Apparently, this is a forbidden object, which I know is obvious, but hear me out. These things are sealed away. They are never meant to be found. I don't want to pry, but how did you come by this? It may give us the answers we seek.
It was my colleagues unearthed it at a dig site up to the west. Let's see if I can find that. What is it? But dig site out to the west.
This dig site might have connection to some beings known as the Forgotten Gods.
It's possible.
That's what I said. I couldn't find any information on the Forgotten Gods, but at least we have a starting point. If we can't find the answers here, we may have to go to that dig site to look for answers. And maybe give us answers about the eclipse themselves. They may have a sect, or if not, the whole group themselves may evolve with one of these Forgotten Gods.
And it's in southeastern Tehran. Apparently, the dig site was ambushed by the Raiders of the Eclipse. Everyone was killed, except for... No, everyone was killed, and I was able to make away with this artifact.
Well, Captain Ozino would appreciate an mission to kill Raiders of the Eclipse, so it's a good start as any. If anything, we could learn maybe even how to stop them.
Well, one thing is for certain, we can't let the Raiders get a hold of this statue then.
Right, we need to get it back under guard of the water elemental.
Okay.
By the way, I need to go to an information post later. You're welcome to accompany me. I'm trying to find a trade market for a special objective, I'll say.
Mm-hmm. Very well. I guess, are we on our way back then, or?
Going to the information post, I guess. Unless Blair's wants to join me.
Yeah, I'll go along.
Alright. We go to the information post.
Alright. You get to the information post. It's a smallish building. It's kind of near a corner, and it's a small building. It would almost be, you can almost mistake it for like maybe a market stand or something, but it's just a simple window with a door in the back of it, and there's a man in a particular uniform that's sitting there, kind of nodding to guests and even directing a couple people as you close in.
Excuse me. I was told I can get information on trade markets for exotic animals.
Animals, yes. Exotic, not particularly. It depends upon what they've got in, you know? But yes, if you're looking for trade animals other than the usual food items, and he starts to direct you off to a area a couple blocks away.
All right. And by any chance, can I hire a speaker to translate for me for the market?
Oh, most people, the accents may be a little rough, but most people here should be able to speak Aqualian to you, yes.
Otherwise,
Okay.
I know Aqualot.
Oh,
All right. Then
that's
I
right, you
guess.
do know Garcian. Yeah, actually, you
I
do have
got-
you already have a interpreter.
Yeah. All right. I guess I'll go to the market, and I am looking for, and I ask around for where I can get a female wolf for my wolf as a mate.
Oh boy, here we go. Okay. This is gonna be more than an investigation. I guess trying to find a wolf handler would be an investigation, so give me that one first.
17.
17, alright. You managed to find someone who does deal in wolves. And now, let's see. I'm going to do something GM secret here and go over this way. Dice roller.
Secret GM.
Secret GM dice rolling, go. Ugh. Can I not be on that? There. Cool. Oof. Yikes. You managed to find a wolf dealer, however, because of a roll of a 2, not only does he have not only does the trainer not have any female wolves, but also currently they barely even have a couple of wolves in pens right now. So it seems that your planned mission is not a success at this point.
All right.
Just not
Well,
good
yeah,
for
but-
wolves, apparently.
Yeah, Valena just thinks to herself and goes, I'm adaptable. I can work this to my favor. And she goes up to the wolf trainer.
Okay. Yes.
Do you have any black wolves?
Just literally kind of blinks, looks at you, and motions to the 2 grayish wolves, then the pens. That's all I got.
All right. Which one's the stronger of the two?
Raises an eyebrow again. I'm not particularly sure. I haven't let them exactly fight somebody or anything.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. And she just kind of looks at them and see which one. It just kind of pulls out a piece of jerky and see which one of them comes to her and it closer from their cage to her first.
I have to say, at every step of this, I'm more and more baffled.
All right, it'll make sense later.
If it's a Valena plan, probably not.
No, no, it won't. They both kind of start looking at you and sniffing your general direction. One of them does start to stick its nose out a little bit through the cage bars.
She kind of pets it and goes, "How much?"
Most unusual way of going about trying to find the animal you would like. 5 gold.
5 gold. And I'll throw in an extra gold piece for your troubles. And a second gold piece for if you have any more information on wolves, please try to find a way to contact me or any information on people in wolves and areas or any other merchants. No, what? I'll give you 3 extra gold pieces. So 8 in total.
Other wolf merchants not that I'm aware of, at least not here in the market at the moment.
Well, not this market, but any markets in other cities.
Shrugs his shoulders. Yeah, he honestly, he doesn't have anything to really tell you. He just happens to deal in wolves. There's been a few of them that were giving some of the farms issues, and that's how he happened to capture these 2 in particular.
She takes the wolf and do you know where I can get a collar made for it and a leash?
I assume a leather crafter probably in the regular market. Just kind of points in the general direction where the normal market is.
And she goes, "Thank you." And then she goes to the leather market, contacts the store guy, and asks for that particular item to be made.
So you're ordering up a leash and a collar?
Yeah.
Okay. Matter of fact, it's actually probably not hard to. It's probably not hard to come by, and they have one ready for you in a few minutes if they don't already have one ready. I assume they'll charge you maybe what, a silver?
Silver? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll pay a gold piece.
So you'd pay 10 times the price.
To be generous, and then I go check on see if the Star Metal's weapons are ready.
Can I interrupt for a second?
Okay.
I don't want to stop you guys from playing anymore, but would you mind if I dipped out and you can just message me anything important that happened, because I have something I have to take care of that I kind of forgot I needed to take care of it before everybody else goes to sleep.
All right.
Oh, alrighty. Sure.
Just in character, we'll just say Azina went into town to have fun with Giselle.
Alright.
All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Sorry.
No problem. See you later.
Later.
So sorry, where were we? You got a collation and collar.
I go to check on the Star Metal weapons.
Were you with me when I ordered the Star Metal weapons?
I don't think it was, but
Well,
you may have
don't know
told
where
me.
the place is.
So yeah, you don't even know where to go.
Okay, then I'm going to complete the plan, and I'm going to stroll around with the wolf on the leash on the ship.
The wolf cautiously.
And I walk past Soren and Thelona and try to look all prissy and not pay her mind and try to see if Soren's jealous.
Well, I'm pretty sure by this point, because it's approaching noon, right?
At the very least, yeah.
Probably both Thelona and Soren look visibly wilted.
Look visibly what?
Wilted.
Wilted? Okay.
Yeah. Think of where we are latitude-wise.
Yeah, it'd be warm.
Warm under the sun, and we've been out there standing in the sun trying to fish. So Thelona is probably trying to fan herself a bit with her vest. And Soren's just panting away.
Probably doused yourself in water a couple times too, I assume.
I
I know we are not built for this weather. You and I, we are creatures of the north. I miss the snowy hills of Asgard. I'll go back one day, you know.
and then Velena comes up and says, "Hi, Soren. Say hello to your new brother, Exordra."
I'm hanging back.
Thorn just looks confused. The new wolf just is like, it's like almost having a half a panic attack because there's all kinds of weird humans all around. There's another wolf right in front of its face.
She gives him another piece of jerky.
It takes a moment, but it finally sits still long enough to eat the jerky.
That's probably wigging out. I don't like it, man.
I turned my ring on because I was just talking idly to the wolf before.
Mm.
And I say down to Soren, you know, she has issues.
What was that?
She goes. She basically said she has
Oh. The Soren just kind of growls, harumphs in acknowledgement. Yeah.
And I'll reach down and give Soren scratchies on the head.
Velena equally pats Exordra on the head.
Exodra nearly jumps out of his skin because this is all still weird to him. He's a wolf. This is not a dog.
Back in normal language, you know this is not a competition.
God, this is terrible. But it's Velena, so Velena just smiles and goes, "Is it?"
No. When I was left to guard the ship, the only other thing on board was Soren. So we kind of bonded in song. And he is a reminder of back home.
First, you tried to take my man, and now you tried to take my wolf.
I never tried to take your man.
You would practice him with your swords all day on the top of the ship.
Because I needed the practice, and so did he.
I'm so glad I'm not attached to anybody right now.
You forget, we are going to go fight pirates that have a reputation of demolishing whole ships and whole people. Yeah,
Can't die in the happiness of my family, it seems.
Can I just state I wish I wasn't attached to anybody? Get this water element away from me!
He's good now.
Sighs as the thing finally goes away from him. Bloody hell, that thing comes after me again. It's gonna eat a hammer.
Don't worry, the wire on your pecs looks sexy.
I'm not sure whether to take that as a good thing or a bad thing anymore.
She kisses Gareth on the cheek, then on the neck, and then turns around and goes and stares directly at Thelona. Why couldn't you just buy your own wolf? You have the funds.
and where am I going to find an Arctic wolf? Here in the south.
are dealers for this. You just have to ask around, but it doesn't seem like you try to integrate with culture.
You're the one to talk.
Yeah, but I have an excuse for my madness. I was abducted by a cult. It always demanded tribute. And those who did not give tribute are killed. And now, because I was kidnapped, because instead of offered as tribute, my parents are dead.
Yes, and we helped you break that cult.
Yes, but
And
you're
kill its
taking.
leader.
Yes, but you're taking away my new family away from me.
I haven't taken anybody. So basically what you're saying is anybody that's with you is not allowed to do anything with anyone else.
No, it's just you are planning to take my family with me away from me to the north. Couldn't
I
you
am
just
planning on doing nothing of the sort.
I'm just rolling my eyes right now.
Geralt is just
Alright.
finding some place to hide, which is very hard for his size.
I'm just gonna go back up to the
elemental.
ship. I'm gonna go up to the ship and probably look around to see if there's anything that needs to be done.
Your
Did we bring any of the
paranoia
books
is
with
getting
us?
away with you.
Hmm.
I may take your wolf away for a few hours while you're doing something else. But I have no intention on keeping him. In fact, personally, I think it's the wolf's decision whether they want to go or stay with you. And that goes doubly for Geralt. Because, frankly, there is such a thing as too crazy. And you're starting to qualify.
So that's just it, then. Truth comes out. You want me to be alone because you think I'm too crazy.
Again, I don't care if you're alone or not. You seem to think everything that happens is a personal affront. Guess what? My life doesn't revolve around you.
So you're saying we're not even friends?
You tried to attack me in my sleep.
You punched me when I tried to wake you under the captain's orders. What was I supposed to do? I panicked. Fear gets the best of us all sometimes.
Yes, but what I'm saying is one doesn't get over that. It is only because of my solemn promise to the captain I haven't beheaded you by now.
Oh, I suppose you're free to do so when this journey is over then. Because that seems that that's all I'm good for. She just storms off.
You know, I've had it with her issues.
Out of character from the GM's perspective, she might actually legitimately be loony enough to get herself killed in the next big boss fight. We'll see. Anyways, anything else going on?
Nope, I'm just on board the ship.
I
Kind
will.
of worried now about the statue.
Blaine's just
I
in a
was
room,
going to wait
and
till after lunch, but I think that ruined my appetite.
Blaine just locks the door to her room and just lies in her bed corner, just crying.
Dog just finds the wolf finds a place to lay down on the floor and just curls up there for now. It's had some food, it's fine, and there's less people everywhere.
Right.
Since I no longer have any appetite, I'm going to go check on the weapon.
Okie doke.
Do you want to come with, Soren, or do you want to stay here?
The wolf kind of looks around for a moment, kind of starts to stand up, and the basic response you tend to kind of get out of it is that it'll follow for now.
All right. Let's go.
All right, so heading back to the smith then.
Yep.
You arrive, and at least a good half or more of the items you've selected are done. In particular, the single-handed weapons are for sure done, as well as the shield that Azina ordered.
Okay. But the two-handers are going to take a while?
The two-handers are just being started, so it'll probably be tomorrow morning before they are done.
Okay. Have we paid? No, we've only paid half, right?
I believe, yeah, you only paid half for it.
So we'll come back for the rest of it. We'll come back for the lot of it tomorrow.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll head back to the ship.
Okie doke. So that said, we are at an hour and a half. Did you guys want to call it there then for now? And at least it's a warm up to get back into where we're at.
Yeah.
Yep.
And next time it'll just be like the rest of the evening, which shouldn't take too long, and then we'll hit the morning where you can get your supplies and finally go. So with that said, I'm going to end the stream here. So thank you everybody for watching. We'll see you all next time.